And welcome once again to Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pollock, your host for this segment. With me today we have Heather Freeman, the Master Gardener Coordinator from the Extension Office, which is on Dandelion and Calvetta. I won't give you the exact address because I never remember it, but it's the easiest way to remember where it is, and that's where you'll find the Desert Demonstration Garden also.
That's correct.
So, Heather will be talking to us today about what?
I'm here to promote the Pahrump Fall Festival, the fair inside the Bob Road Center. There are a lot of people who don't ever go in the Bob Road Center during Fall Festival, and they're missing a big part of the Pahrump Fall Fair. The Shadow Mountain Quilters work really hard every year to help us keep us all organized. They do all the arts and crafts part, and the Master Gardeners help organize the horticulture and food part of the Fall Festival.
Yes.
So to find out information about that, Courtney at Town of Pahrump
Courtney
has uploaded all the forms that people would need to enter the Fall Fair. And you can find that information at pahrumpnv.gov. That's the website. And on that website are the dates, which is September 16th, 17th, and 18th. Those are the dates of the entry. So Monday, people can bring down their arts and crafts. There are pages and pages of what qualifies as arts and crafts for the fair. Everything from sewn goods to writing, poetry. We've had kids bring in Lego sculptures, and so all sorts of things for arts and crafts. You can bring that all down on Monday. Tuesday is an anything day.
Oh, there it is.
There it is, yep, okay. So on Tuesday, September 17th, they can bring down both arts and crafts and horticulture. And on Wednesday, the 18th, it's just for food and horticulture.
And those are the times there, 10 a.m. to
And
6
the
p.m.
times that the Road Center is open to accept entries on that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They used to have one day later in the evening, and they just decided to make it straight all 3 days, 10 to 6. Makes it easier on everybody.
It's easier to remember.
Yep. So what happens to your entries when they're brought in? We have an intake process. There's a special form to fill out. The form has the rules on it and a little bit about how they're judged. We have volunteers sitting at the intake table that will help you figure out what category it goes in, so you don't really have to worry about that too much. There are special rules about hanging the artwork, though. And that's on the website. It has to be on wire, and that's so that they can properly hang it on the display boards inside the festival or the fair room.
That's right,
So
you have display boards that are tucked away.
they do, yep.
Because we wanted to use them for Earth Day or something, and he says, no, we can't get them. They're tucked away.
They're back in the back of a transportainer.
Yeah.
So once you get that fair form filled out, bring your entry in. If you're an adult, it's $1 per entry. If you're 12 or under, it's free. So the adults entry form registration helps offset the cost of the kids. And where does that money go? It goes to help pay for the award ribbons.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So it's all volunteers that work down there. And if you're going to enter anything into the fair that's a canned item, we ask that you double check your headspace before you bring it down. So what am I talking about with headspace?
Yeah.
When you put something in a canner, water bath or pressure canner, there's
I know it's coming.
Sometimes it can siphon out.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that it didn't seal tight, but it can. And we just ask that, bring your best jar. So if it siphoned out and the headspace isn't right anymore, the judges don't even open those. Sorry. There's a method to it. So, yep, for jams, make sure there's a 1/4 inch, pickled things, a 1/2 inch. there's an example, sweet potatoes and tomatoes have their own headspace requirement. And if people want to learn more about what the specified safe headspace requirement is, it's on the National Center for Home Food Preservation.
Oh, okay.
And if they want to, if you Google it, safe canning, it'll come up. So.
Well, I thought there was something else like with exploding, like with the old Bandit Brewing Company that I had, Silver Strike beer. We left a little bit too much
space.
Not space, but yeast in there.
Oh, okay.
We didn't clear it quick enough. You'd sit there and explode on you.
Yep.
That's where I thought you were going with that.
No. So.
Bad memories.
Yeah, that would be. I took the Master Food Preserver course a few years ago. Mm-hmm. And of course, I grew up in the Midwest with lots of family members. I have a lot of experience with canning. But I still wanted to learn how to, do it what's proper, what's been researched, because botulism is real, and we don't want anybody to ever get sick from what they've canned. And we say, when in doubt, throw it out. It's just not worth it. Not for one jar if you're not sure.
Like from the farmer's market, I've never gotten anything that was bad. No,
because to sell your items at farmer's market, they have to be certified through the Nevada Department of Agriculture. There's a higher level than the class I took. It's called a craft food preserver's license.
Oh.
And that license requires a food safety log to be kept. And every year, annually, they take some more refreshers and renew that license just to make sure, because selling to the public,
you got a lot of responsibility.
Big responsibility, yep. So.
Oh, I just learned something new.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
So if you bring something in can, just don't bring one that the jar siphoned. This year also, we are bringing back the giant pumpkin contest.
Oh my goodness.
Last year we weren't sure, so we handed out seeds 4th of July to have them for Halloween. Mm-hmm. And that actually was pretty successful. We had, I think 15 pumpkins were entered in the contest, and the largest one was entered by a child who'd been responsible for helping take care of it all summer, and it weighed 70 pounds.
Oh.
So it is possible to grow giant pumpkins. Yep. So we've been handing out seeds around town. A couple of us went down to the Pahrump Little League closing day ceremonies in May, because if you want to have a giant pumpkin in time for Fall Festival, you should have planted them in May. Yeah. And so we've been handing out the Big Macs and Atlantic Giant size seeds. We had 32 people pre-register and take a packet of seeds. So I've got contact information. But if you're a grower out there and you've got giant pumpkins going, and you don't mind picking it for Fall Festival and bringing it down, we have a scale that can weigh up to 400 pounds.
Okay.
And we'll have that down there. And so that will be part of the horticulture fair during Fall Festival, because the theme this year is medieval. And so I was thinking like Cinderella's giant pumpkin.
Oh,
and maybe Jack and the Beanstalk. If you've got some really interesting giant long beans, we'd love to see those entered too. So bring them on down to the Bob Road Center. The one really important thing is you will get a receipt for every entry that you put into the fair. And on Sunday afternoon, after the weekend's over, after the public's had a chance to walk through and admire your entries and see who won the ribbons, there's a very swift pickup process, very well organized. The Shadow Mountain Quilters know what they're doing. You bring your receipt to this that one little side door back by the stage.
Okay.
And at 4:15, they start escorting people in to grab their entries with their receipt. someone checks it off and you go zip right back out the door, and they can clear the whole building in an hour. It's amazing.
Pies?
Yes, we haven't had any pies entered for quite some time, but there is an entry category for pies.
Okay.
The only thing is no refrigerated food, so nothing with dairy, like nothing cream or like
Key
a
lime
flan.
pie.
No, anything that would need to be held at temperature in a refrigerator, can't do that. So that's all on the website in the form.
Okay.
So if you look under the food portion and look for pies, it'll tell you what kind. So rule of thumb, if you can find it sitting out in the bakery portion of a grocery store, so like fruit pies, they don't keep those refrigerated. They're sitting out. They're covered, but they're not in a refrigerated case.
Yeah, my favorite is Marion berry pie.
Oh, yeah.
There's an inside joke with that too. Some people
Okay.
will catch that.
Yep. So
But it is very tasty.
one of the winning, the one that took best overall for the whole entire fair a couple of years ago was a jalapeno cheese bread. That was very delicious.
Really? Yeah, I'd stay away from that.
It was
Be too
really
much for me.
delicious.
Was it?
And then I think last year it was a decorated cake that took best in theme and committee choice. So
Oh, okay.
it's a lot of fun.
Yes,
So-
it is. So when's the fall festival again?
So the Fall Festival is the third week of September. It feels
Okay.
early this year because September starts on a Sunday. But
okay.
it's that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are the days to bring your entries down from 10 until 6. So it's the 16th, 17th, and
The
18th.
Yes.
And if you have questions, I would suggest to look on PahrumpNV.gov.
Okay.
There's a tab there that says 2024 Fall Festival. And it has the other details about the other parts of the festival. But if you're interested in entering the fair, all the information and forms are on that site.
Okay. So it may be a little bit late, but maybe you want to go out there and hurry up and plant your pumpkin. But anyway, so I want to thank you for sharing all that information with us. And it's always a pleasure to have you, here and to see you. So thank you. We'll see
Thank
you
you so
next
much.
time. And welcome to this second segment of Community Viewpoint for today. I'm John Pollock, your host once again, and Heather Freeman is with me, who is in charge of the Master Gardeners. She's the coordinator over at the Extension office. Where is it at?
It's at 1651 East Calvada Boulevard. That's at the corner of Calvada and Dandelion.
There, that's the way I'll remember it.
Yeah.
But Heather is going to be speaking to us about a little bit about, what do you got?
So once a year, we have open enrollment for the
yes.
Master Gardener Training Volunteer Program. It's the coursework that it takes to become a Master Gardener volunteer. Something unique that's happened since COVID is that they took the coursework and broke it apart into two pieces. So the first part's called Home Horticulture Certificate, and that is open to anybody, member of the public, that wants to take the coursework, just to learn more about being a desert gardener. So even though it is part one of the volunteer program, if you choose not to be a volunteer, it doesn't fit into your lifestyle at the time, you can just take the Home Horticulture Certificate. The registration has been open since May, and it closes this coming Friday, July 26th.
So that's close, yeah.
It is. So they can register in person at our office at 1651 East Calvada Boulevard, or you can register online at the extension.unr.edu website. But there's like a little $20 extra processing fee because it goes through Eventbrite. So if people want to register in person,
That's true, yeah.
they can avoid that little processing fee.
There's a service fee, yeah.
Yep. So our course entails the first part, the home horticulture part. It's an online-based course. All the material has been, like the lectures have been recorded, and the chapter readings are all online, so you can access it anywhere you have an internet connection. which makes it really convenient because this is the time of year when a lot of Southern Nevada residents like to go on vacation and get out of the heat. So if you already have a trip planned for August or September, you can still get on and do all the programming. We do have a live Q&A with the professor that's featured that week. So as you're going through the material, watching the video or reading the chapter reading, if you have questions pop up, you can jot those down in the chat box. And that way the professor can answer your questions live on Thursday, which makes it really cool. They take that feedback and they use it to improve their course. As I say, you can do it anywhere you have an internet connection. Last year, one of the Thursday Q&As, I was at a Starbucks in Mesquite. Just pulled over off the freeway and jumped on the internet at Starbucks with headphones and was able to participate that way. So it's pretty convenient for people. You don't have to show up in person 3 times a week for 4 hours at a time to take the course. You can do it anywhere you got internet.
That's why I respect you so much about your values and stuff. You do something like that. Yeah.
So that first part of the course runs August 1st through September 26th. And there is a 50-question exit exam. And every week as the lecture is wrapping up, there are a few, like 5 to 10 quiz questions that come from the material.
Okay.
If you've read and listened to the lecture, it's no problem in answering. They're multiple choice. And really that's a way just to kind of keep attendance, just to make sure that the person is still with us. That being said, it's fun. And if you're having a lot of questions, if you've just moved to the area, you want to learn more about growing in the desert, this course is for you. If you're a master gardener from another active program somewhere else,
carry it over to you.
You can transfer in. Tell me that up front so I know you're interested in being a master gardener transfer from another state or another program in Nevada.
Show her the master gardener tattoo.
Yeah, there's a special deal for that.
Special tattoo.
Just let us know. If you have any questions, you can email me at extension snimg@unr.edu, or my phone number is 775-990-8322. And I understand you're also recruiting for volunteers.
I know. How's the farmers market coming before we do that?
It's doing really great. Yep. And we're still 7:30 to 11.
Over at
Over
where?
at Tractor Supply every Saturday morning.
So we are, when I say we, the Conservation District from the state of Nevada, the Southern Lake County Conservation District to be exact, which I've been director, the chair of for too many years. I'm trying to retire, as many as some other people are too. We've been on for too long. So I got some information this morning from Reno, from the folks up there. They have thoughts on how to get some new membership also. So let me read you the email that I got. It says, getting information out to our local communities about the Conservation District has been a challenge for decades. I know that because I've been on it for decades. As a possible approach to remediate this issue, a different approach to outreach may help recruit interest. While the use of social media is valuable, some of these communications are hard to reach through this venue. So they have thrown together a draft poster, and I'll read from that in just a moment, to post in our community here and other communities. We may want to put on the phone numbers of someone on the board. You may see my phone number on there. So anyway, that's what we are into. I will read to you what it says on that as soon as I pull it up on my own phone, and it moves. He did it. So I'm going to ask you the question, are you interested in your community and have a little time to spare for your local conservation district? There are 28 conservation districts in Nevada, and the Southern Nye County Conservation District is looking for interested community members, local business groups, youth representatives, environmentalists, and other individuals to serve as a volunteer board member or to attend our meetings. Conservation District board members are elected and appointed officials. The CDs, as we're called, are a governmental subdivision of the state of Nevada, and it is a public body. It is subject to Nevada's Penn meeting laws. I don't know what that means.
Open meeting laws.
Open meeting laws. Oh, she forgot the O. Code of Administration. I wouldn't have caught that by myself. Thank you for that. Code of Administration, ethics, and subject to local, state, and federal election law. Activities of the Conservation District can include, and we've done a lot of this in the 20-odd years I've been on there, habitat fencing to protect springs, invasive species removal, educational programs for schools, youth, adult, and civics groups, urban gardens, pollinator habitat installations, tree seedling sales, working with local and state governments and federal agencies to bring funding into our community. So anyway, that's what we're after. We need new bodies, we need new blood. And come on, folks, we have a lot of people that are educated that are coming in that have the backgrounds, and it doesn't take a lot of your time. But we have a lot of people from California. I know you've gone to school out there. People from Las Vegas as well have been moving in droves into this area. So we have educated groups of people that, if you want to find out more about the valley you just moved into, Conservation District is the place to go, because there's a lot that you don't know about our groundwater and other things, your soils and the air. I've lived through that different times during the 20-odd years since I've been on the Conservation District, and also with the town board at the Nuclear Waste and Environmental Advisory Committee. So we need your help, and you'll find other people like people, and we have fun. We have. There's a time that I was, for the meetings, I was bringing pizzas to entice people to come, but that wasn't very healthy, so I had to cut that out. So anyway, that's my call to arms today. So you can go to www.nvacd.org to find out more about the conservation districts in Nevada. So that's my side of the program today. So if you want to get back to yours real quick.
Sure. So in addition to, if you're an environmentalist, definitely get in touch with the Southern Nye County Conservation District and volunteer in some form. And if you want to learn more about specifically growing things in the desert, our Master Gardener Home Horticulture Program course is open for another week to register. And you can find out more about that at extension.unr.edu, or you can email me at extensionsny, like Nye County, MG for Master Gardeners, at unr.edu. I'll say that again, extensionsnymg at unr.edu. Or you can come find me Saturday morning.
I was just going to say that at the Farmers Market. The first booth is the Master Gardener's booth.
Yep.
And you won't be found because you'll be running around to everybody, but you have Master Gardeners there.
We do. We have Master Gardeners there, and I have these cool little flyers. I have a syllabus that tells you what topics which week. And I'm going to bring some registration forms with me to the market this Saturday. So, or come by the office at 1651 East Calvada, or give me a call, 775-990-8322.
Or if you can't find that address, it's at Calvada and Dandelion.
That's true. And if you want to learn more about the Southern Nye County Conservation District, it's
nvacd.org. And that's all the time we have. Ta-ta.
thank you.